Hello and welcome back to FIFA Manager 2020, here with Bath City Football Club on Rawslowgaming, and we're trying to take Bath City Football Club to the top of the Premier League and beyond. And so far we are in our second season here in Venera National League South, and we are doing all right considering everything, but not quite at the level that we would like. And we'll get an offer here for Matt Bauer, and we'll just dismiss it. And restaurant visit was great. So if you had a cliffhanger from last episode and watched that, you will know then that were really good, or working out good actually. So that's nice. We'll change the transfer status here. Definitely for Dishara, who's not for sale. We'll just up the fees here to a normal level. We'll just dismiss it and continue towards the next match, that is against Leaf, and that should be the worst team in the league, so should be an easy win. Yeah, their team rating at 321 versus our 520, or even better, maybe 523. So it should be an extremely easy win here. But we'll see if that's actually the case, of course. Let's see here. So we'll do the team and dynamics here. And Tom Richards is the player to speak to next, and he wants to improve and something more. And plus 36 points, that's all right for the season, but not great. Wants to play in an attacking team. Should you become stronger? Higher objectives maybe for you. Yeah, didn't work out perfectly. We'll let the assistant manager fix for the reserves, I guess. And we'll do 3D match here, as that has been requested a bit. So we'll do that for this match, and maybe not more in this episode, I don't know. I will try and mix that up a fair bit from here on out, or here on and forward in this series. And maybe choose what matches we'll do in 3D. For this example, a match where we are meeting the poorest team. 3D match might be quite interesting. Maybe here only showing goals would be the most reasonable way to do it, but we'll do highlights just as usual, just so we don't know everything directly, so to say. We'll do highlights, and speed times 4 I think is a good option here. So I hope you are enjoying this series, and if you're playing the game the same way that I do, or also playing FIFA Manager 2020, I'd love to know how you're playing the game, if you're playing a German series, or if you're playing like me with a lower league team, or whatever it is. I'd love to hear it in the comments. I know that some of you are definitely playing the game, just playing the game, FIFA Manager 2020 or FIFA Manager in general. So that's very interesting to see that you're doing it just as me. And speaking of that, if you're somehow wondering how you can get FIFA Manager 2020, I have a tutorial linked in the description on how you do it yourself, and on my channel, of course, as well. If you just search on it or look at my channel, you will find it. And if you are interested in doing that and don't own FIFA Manager 2013 or 2014, which is needed to get FIFA Manager 2020 installed, I have a link in the description to that as well, where you can buy it. And if you want to support the channel, you can do it from there, and I will get a small percentage of the price there. So a good way to support the channel if you want to do that. And now, definitely have spoken enough about all of those things for the moment. And so far, all the highlights actually have sort of been for Whiteleaf and nothing for us really, to be honest. But the shot getting through here, and he burrs it, and hits a lead here and a goal for Bath City, and the scoreline now 1-0. And actually recording this just back from recording to back-to-back episodes of Football Manager 2019, where we are playing with Bath City as well, but we have done so many more episodes there and are quite a few seasons in, and just finished the season in Sky Bet League 2 and are in the pre-season there and doing quite exciting stuff there actually, but it takes so much time doing 2 long episodes, and we're just getting through the pre-season or in between seasons, so that's a clear difference here than in FIFA Manager, where everything is just speedier, so to say. And we managed there in the 37th minute to extend our lead to 2-0 from a good shot there by Brandt, or a good finish. So we'll see if we manage to get in even more goals here before the end of the first half. I wouldn't think so, but anything can happen. It's football, right? So I shouldn't be surprised at anything. So highlight on here for Whiteleaf. Clear but not good enough, and a long ball to, well, I don't know who. And that were the highlight. Not a highlight on anything really, to be honest. There was another goal in the end of the first half here that we somehow didn't get to see, so the scoreline after one half is 3-0. I'll say just continue like this. And atmosphere back up to 10, and teamwork 66 out of 100, so that's decent. And I guess that were the goal that we didn't get to see here, or maybe a 4-0 goal. No, that was the goal that we didn't get to see.
And that's over the bar. And that's over the bar.
Oh, just over the top bar there by whoever player that was. So next highlight here for Bath City, Brandt running with the ball, come forward and shoot. Unfortunately saved there for a keeper, saved by the keeper, that is, not for the keeper. That would be strange. And another long ball, but not really reaching it, so I feel like this is going so slow when, even though we're doing 4 times the speed on the match in general.
There's a bit of concern here,
but it's maybe not really doing that. I kind of wish the play names were more easy to see and everything like that. And really coming back from the match engine from Football Manager 2019, I would say that I think maybe that engine is like on par with the FIFA Manager here from 2013. So like 7-year-old newer engine is on the same level as this game, which definitely says something. But then again, of course, this is an older engine from FIFA, and FIFA Manager, well, FIFA is a football game and use the same engine and stuff like that, so an easy way to do it. A goal against us there, a reduction from Whitetail, a really beautiful shot there actually, and Whiteleaf. And as I said, reduction, so the scoreline now 3-1 here with just over 10 minutes to go. And what a highlight. A total miss on the header and out for a throw-in. And some battle for the ball and a yellow card highlight, I guess.
Not slow to get men forward, are they?
And a free kick from a Whiteleaf here. And see here, a chance for a counter-attack, I guess, maybe for Bad City here. But not really taking the chance there in the first opportunity at least, and then playing the ball well wide there on that through ball. And I don't know why we're still seeing this. Just feel like a tussle.
No shortage. It's there.
That is why we were seeing it, and it's a goal for Bassett here. And Shara, I guess, extending the lead to 4-1.
Doesn't like for
Dishara.
confidence.
And that should be pretty much the end of the game. No, another chance here. So a chance for Dishara to do a hat trick here. And he shoots just wide.
The lead if they possibly can. Awfully long way out. Still hope for them as long as... Oh, no, what about that?
And come on. 90 plus 6 plus 7.
Can he beat it?
And there we go. So the final result for the game, Bassett versus Whiteleaf, is 4-1. Shots 13-5, shots on target 6-1, chances 13-5, and possession 58-42% overall. A decent game there by the lads. Can't complain too much about that. Still in 11th place, 12 points off from a playoff spot with 3 matches to go, so can't reach that anymore. What we possibly can do is reach 10th place with just 1 point up to Weldstone. So we'll see about that. Brunt unfortunately out for 2 weeks after that match, which isn't too great at all. We'll continue on here. Our team rating 522 versus their 539 at the moment. And a lot of injuries here for sure. And 1 player short on the bench, unfortunately. And our team rating down to 499. So not that bad considering how many injuries we got there. Peel out for 13 weeks, not good. Got rich rating objective, that's also good. Team dynamics, let's talk to Dishara. And I guess praises progress, yeah, 139 points, that's good. Dishara, tremendous progress. We'll kick off here. We'll do attention. No, not add players to the reserves. Okay, right, I guess we should have. We'll get out there and keep it simple. We do take the lead, extend the lead, just as I said that. So leading 2-0 after 2 minutes here against Maidstone. That's the scoreline after 1 half as well, 2-0 for Bassett versus Maidstone. And we'll just continue like this. Assistant atmosphere somehow dropped to 9 for some reason after that last match. Don't really understand why. And extending just there before the end of the game to 3-0 actually for Bassett, which is the final result as well. 3-0 for Bassett versus Maidstone, and a really good performance there from our keeper and pretty much the rest of the team as well, but mainly our keeper. Shots 4-6, shots on target 2-3, chances 5-9, and the possession 54-46%. So quite lucky maybe to win that game. It brought us up to 10th place in the league. With 2 games to go, not really possible to do anything, then drop that 10th place to 11th instead. So hopefully we'll be able to keep our place. And Tom Smith is feeling underpaid, unfortunately. I don't really think he is that much. Well, he's underpaid compared to your reserve players that are earning so much for some reason. And maybe a few other players as well, actually. But we'll not really worry about that right now, because yeah, he is not getting more paid because we can't afford anyone to earn anything more. We need more income before we can do anything else. So we'll see here how this goes. Second to last match. Now pressing the wrong button. Let's not do anything there. Let's not double with tactics just yet, at least. Team rating up to 515, even though Beal and Bront is out. Let's see here. Rostern, we'll say house the family. Yeah, sure, we do know that you want to speak football. Don't we all do? We'll do with instant results here for the last couple of games just to get through this season. And our team rating 515 versus their 501. We'll say we can win. Unfortunately, it's starting off really bad just because I said that, I guess, with a goal against us in the first minute. And nothing much more happening here in the first half. And overall, our players not having good ratings here. We'll say stay focused. We'll say assistant here. Atmosphere really up now, actually, after the last game. 13. Teamwork only down to 48, though, or all the way down to 48, and getting a second goal against us. Unfortunately, here in the 62nd minute, and those talks that I have done then will lose a lot of credit, unfortunately, and drop in atmosphere, I guess. And actually another goal against us as well in the end game there. So pretty down poor rating all across the board on the lads, and overall pretty poor performance. And final result 0-3 for Bassett versus Hemel-Hempstead. Shots 6-5, shots on target 2-3, chances 9-5, and possession 40-60%. So definitely a bad result here. And dropping down one place as well to 11th there. So we'll be deciding the last game, I guess, which is unfortunately is against Woking, who are third in the league. So it will be hard for us to win that game, but we'll see here. And while we're moving towards the next game here, remember to smash that like button if you are enjoying the show, if you are enjoying FIFA Manager 2020. And if you haven't done so yet, but want to follow along on our journey here towards Premier League and beyond out in Europe, do remember to hit that subscribe button. And if you haven't done so yet, you can also hit that small notification button to be really sure to not miss out on any of the content that we upload pretty much daily here on Rawslowgaming. We have some expiring contracts, and that's fine. We'll have a look at that quite shortly. We will play this match first. And Simpson here wants to be our first team regular, and well, he's not really it. Wants to be better, and he's not really developing either. That's of course due to not really getting to play as much. So that talk didn't really do anything good for any of us. So that's a shame. Then we'll ask our assistant here, and we'll go with instant result. And as I said, 516 versus 554. We'll get out there and keep it simple just. And so far, a pretty exciting first half here with one goal each. So the first half result is 1-1 for Bassett versus Woking, and pretty bad ratings here actually in the midfield. In the back, Ryan Clark with a pretty good rating. We'll say just play like we practice in training. And speaking of Clark, that's really the key point that we need to do something about for next season, since he's quitting and we don't really have any decent keeper to put in or line up for next season. We need to do something about that. And there we have the final result for this match, which is unfortunately 1-2 for Bassett versus Woking after full time. Overall, pretty similar performance from both teams. Yeah, winning quite well deserved, I would say. Shots 2-7, shots on target 2-4, and chances 2-12, possession 40-60%. So we're going to finish 11th in the league, converting 5th best in the league. So that's pretty nice. We were far from that last season around. Made just the top half in terms of the number of chances created, so that's pretty nice, and decent attendance there at 7th place in the league. So that's pretty nice. We also got some prize money there, which were quite alright. And Sport landing at 17 for the season. And apparently we exceeded the season objectives, which is good. We got 56k for 11th place in the league. Really should have gotten 10th there at least, I guess. And now it's time to have a look at those contracts and also try and get in a goalkeeper. Don't know exactly how we will do that, because I'm not really friends with the transfer window and everything like that. Here in FIFA Manager. Our main sponsor wants to extend the contract, and they offer initially 28k instead of 25k, so that's actually pretty good. So I definitely want to get in with this offer, actually. So definitely press once every time they up their offer. I will do the sum first, just to try and agree on that, so to say. We'll try to do the bonus now, swiftly. Don't really care about the bonus. Alright, so 39k. Yeah, that's definitely an improvement. Even though it's only made like not super much, 15k or something in total per year extra, but every little bit counts at our current stages. Bront there, unfortunately losing a level due to unlucky with injuries. And let's see here. If this is finished, when this is finished, Simpson losing a bit there as well. Oh, still not finished. Now it is. Total, our team lost 15 levels, so that's really poor. Clark lost, that's fine. Man losing, that's also fine. Craig gaining, that's good, really good. Benstan, Semple and Bockcliff gaining as well, that's also really nice and important. Deshara also improving a bit on scoring, I guess. Or reserves, or under 23s. Nothing really here showing that much. Under 18s Guttridge or youth team Guttridge improving there, so that's really nice. We had an average of 3.3 in error of our prediction for the season, so that's nice as well, I guess. Doesn't really matter, but whatever. Season objective met, so that's good. So let's have a look then at the contracts. What players are we having that is experiencing this season? Let's see here. First, and reserves. Clark, we can't do anything about. Boxall here. You're earning far too much anyway. So is Love. Fletcher, Dunhow. Yeah, everyone here is earning far too much. So I'm glad to let them all go. Except Clark there, of course. Kind of want to have him stay. Speaking of that, I really need to get into transfer possibilities here. Sure, let's increase the sum. Alright, we lost that. That doesn't matter since it was really nothing offered. Let's go to transfer market. And it's closed until the 1st of something. Or 1st of July. We want only realistic transfers. We want free agents. We want, what more do we want? Position is goalkeeper. Age 20 something, 22. I find nothing. Nothing at all. Age doesn't matter. Find nothing at all. Free agent. Let's take that away. Right. So we all have, well, 2 long contracts, really, to be honest. Let's see here. Booking Stamhouse here. Guess it's a player that we kind of would think about buying. I don't even know if I can scout him. Can I scout him? No, not really. Can I make an offer for him? I don't know. Offer to buy. Yeah, we can't do that either. We don't have any cash to buy any player, so it must be free agent. And I guess that is maybe possible at 1st of August. So we can't really do much then before that. Batten is feeling underpaid, and yeah, sure, you are underpaid, but you are not getting anywhere until next season. You might be doing that then, but really need to keep down the wages, as said. Sure, we'll discuss contract here, or sponsor. Kind of feel like that were maybe a bad move. 3.3 feels like that was a pretty decent offer for a sponsor. We'll dismiss for Matt Bauer. We want Matt Bauer to stay with us. Alright, so he loses a bit of morale because he wants to go forward on set pieces. I don't know why he's not allowed to do that. I don't see any problem, really, for that, so to say. We get an offer for a stand name there. We had one of our first youth players to drop out due to poor marks. Yeah, we're going to cancel the offer for main grandstand. We're not getting that for only 3k per year. That's extremely cheap, and just, well, cheap really in all the possible ways it can be cheap, so to say. Or at least I feel that it is. Or assistant manager, 49, salary, yeah. Alright, so he doesn't want to stay, so we will need to find a new assistant manager as well for next season. And that's nothing too unexpected. Fan popularity is going to rock bottom. That's not good at all. It usually does that in this game though, to be honest. Not really sure why, especially without really doing anything. Just saw it was 40 and dropped down to 37 there without no real reason. Don't understand it at all, actually. And yeah, outside very much in the game here, so to say. We'll just get through all of these windows, so to say. We're the top youth players there, and that's where we want to be. And again, we get an offer here from Matt Bauer. We'll just skip that, and we'll also cut the episode here. So we'll pretty much begin with the preseason next episode around here on Rawslowgaming. Well, yeah, on the channel Rawslowgaming. And with that said, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time here on the channel. Bye bye. You have been watching Rawslowgaming, and I hope you have enjoyed. On clicking on the video on the left, you will see the next video in this series, and on the right our latest upload to the channel. And with that said, thank you again for watching.